Hello. Good day, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Dr. Fajembola's Opinion. I'm so happy to be here with you. I hope you're so happy to be here with me. I love you. Okay, all seriousness. Beautiful people. This day discussion is beautiful. I'm just saying beautiful because my heart is beautiful. Okay, people. Today's topic is consultation with God on career. Having the opportunity to discuss with lots of people who want to follow a particular path in their career, whether medicine, law, arts, whatever dimension they want to go to, has made me realize like a lot of people don't work with God in choosing a career. And people often think they should consult, like pray about their career when they are looking for a job or when they are going for masters, when they are going for PhD. No, when you start praying about your career is when you are moving from general junior classes going to either science, art, or commercial class, whatever class you're going. That's when you start praying. And I had the privilege of I had the privilege of being prayerful, let me put it that way, from a young age. So even going to science class, I prayed about it. Going to medical school, not just going to medical school, going to schooling in Uganda, going to that specific university in Uganda, it was all, I won't say if I go into another university is not God's plan, but it was, let me say, is it orchestrated, divine? Like, I walked with God, let me put it that way. So when I finished medical school, when I went through medical school, when people ask me, why Uganda, why are you here? And I'm like, that's God's plan, because I knew the prayers I put into the relationship, the consultation I put out, the consultation with God, I really did to go to that specific school, go for that specific program. So people often, as I said, people often seek consultation when they're looking for a job or going for masters or something else. And one thing I need you to know is that consulting with God does not mean you might finish it. Because I've also been in such scenario where I've gone for courses and I couldn't finish it. Let me put it that way. And that does not mean God does not have better plans for you, or God does not have another plan for you. It's just that at that time it was the best plan for you. Till that moment, God felt okay, or God feels it's not the best for you anymore. So one thing people don't know is when you consult with God, now Muslims call it istihara. I don't know what other religions call it, but one thing is when you consult with God before going on a career path, you enjoy that career path, there are more blessings for you on that career path. You become a voice on that career path. Like, when you see some people, a lot of people tell me, I'm going for public health, I'm going for this. When you see some people, if not even, some people in all fields, you see some people in a specific field, and it's like they're the only ones there, and it's not like they are dominating or trying to push others down. It's just that in that specific field, they are like the lamps. They are like the shining stars in that field. That is because I'm very sure most of them consulted with God before moving on that path. One thing people don't know is the only thing that changes destiny is prayer. You don't just move to any career path. You see some people in specific field, like the field is after them. You understand? Like, it's their field. They own the field. They breathe the field. They eat the field. They inhale the field. They drink the field. They smell the field. Like, you see them and it's the field, that specific field you see. It's because they belong there. That is the importance of consultation with God before going into a specific career, before going into a specific field, before going for a specific graduate course, before going for a specific undergraduate course, before going for a specific diploma. That is the importance. People usually say, oh, there are many people in public health. Some people are underemployed. Some people are not employed. Some people are disemploi-" There are some people making money. They are making good money, being fulfilled, having good networking, expanding their career, length and breadth, roots, stems, branches in the same public health. That is because that is where they belong. They didn't follow the crowd. And a thing most people do today is follow the crowd. I see lots of people going for masters in data science. Scientists are going for data science. Arts are going into tech. Everybody, medical are going into tech. Like everybody wants to get the tech money, but everyone wants to get the tech money. But we forget that not everybody has the tech calling. Oh, wisdom. Yes, we want to get the tech money, but we forget not everybody has the tech calling. That is why when you go into tech, you might not get the tech money because you are not called into tech. When I was in medical school, this would be like medicine is a calling. If I was a guy, by the way, I'll be in clinicals. Yeah. If I was a guy, I'll be in clinicals. Because I have a woman who supports me in raising the children, you understand? That's why you find out that medicine itself, those who are passionate about medicine are not really passionate, too passionate about the money. Yes, the money is important, but they are not too passionate about the money because it's a calling. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we rush into any field, before we jump into any field, please pray. Like you are going to apply for a course, and the application will be open next month. This month, fast a day in this month, fast a day next week, fast a day in the third week, fast a day in the fourth week. Wake up at night, at least a day in a week. Just give it a day. I need to have a solid positive impact on your career map or your career path. But because you see Inena went for this course, she's making money, I'm going to jump into it. My mentors can attest with you. If you have an opportunity to discuss with them, they can tell you for real. I will tell them like, this is the path God wants me to go to. It's like I'm always putting God in the center of the discussion. Like I don't just move anyhow. I'm too old. I believe I'm too old. By March I'll be 29. I'm too old to be going to where I don't belong. I'm too old to be meandering around. I'm too old not to know where God wants me to do. I'm too old not to know where God wants me to be. I'm too old not to know where God wants me to impact. I'm too old not to know what I want to do on earth. And I guess it takes us back to the basics. You see, Christian, Muslim, God put us on earth to worship him. Now, the main worship is what we do, church, mosque. But the stems of our worship is also career. So if you're an accountant, how do you worship God? Through accounting. If you're a doctor, how do you worship God? Through medicine. If you are a lawyer, how do you worship God? Through law. If you are a makeup artist, how do you worship God? Through making people up. But one thing is, you cannot think of serving God in your field if you did not even consult with him at the beginning before entering the field. You are putting it now. I'm not sounding like a religious leader. No, I'm just giving my opinion. Now you are putting the weight of your success and of your career on you fully. But one thing is, when you are going into a specific career and you consult with God, you are putting the weight of the career on God. You are putting your career map on God. Now, the fact that you have consulted with God, is one of the ways you are serving him. You are getting reward. Your career is going smoothly, and you become a solid voice in that career because you consulted with God before moving. That's why you find some people, they go into certain spaces and it's like all what other people were saying, they are rubbish before they came. That's because that person, most of the time, people like that consulted before going into those spaces. So it backs them up, it gives them the power, gives them the wisdom, gives them the knowledge, gives them everything they need to succeed within a short time. And you that you have been there, you are sweating, you can't even get 1/4 of what they've been doing. So people, it's so important before you go into for any course, before you should even start from degree, then before you go for masters, before you go into any field, be like, I want to go into any field, consult with God. I remember when I finished MSc and I was doing internships at the West African Institute of Public Health, a lot of people were like, oh, Azeezat going to do a master's in public health, Azeezat is in public health, Azeezat. I mean, I was laughing because I don't just move anyhow. So because you feel I'm doing public health, I'm maybe doing well, you are perceiving that doesn't mean I'll be in public. No, I don't just move anyhow. Before I go to anything, I consult with God. I pray. I seek divine guidance before moving. And it has really helped me. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm advising you today. It's my opinion, but I'm advising you today. Before you move for anything, before you start any project, or Dr. Fajembola's opinion, you are seeing Dr. Fajembola, the mythbuster, whatever I'm doing, everything I've consulted with God before starting. I don't just jump into anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you are going to do today, it's not only marriage, you fast, pray, your career, the courses you are doing, consult with God before moving ahead, and you see the difference it will make. And when you do this, you find out that you don't end up getting jealous of other people in the same field as you, who are maybe like the stars or shining, because you know that's where you belong. But when you don't even know why you are there, you follow the crowd, you see other people shining, you become jealous, you become intimidated, you become depressed. So ladies and gentlemen, please, in whatever you do, consult with God. Make sure you are where you should be. Doesn't make sense. Make sure you are where you should be. Make sure you are in the right place at the right time, doing the right things. Make sure you are walking with the right person, which is God. Yeah. So even I think of death in everything I do. So even you end up going back to your Lord in the part of your career, you were worshiping God full time. You sought his counsel in what are they calling it, in on your career map, on your career path. So it's like dying in the part of worshiping God, in the part of serving God. So please, ladies and gentlemen, all the things of jealousy, intimidation, depression, and all that things that we feel people should not have, it all comes due to insecurities, and this is because we are not the foundation. You jumped into it based on your own minute knowledge on what you're going into, not based on the guidance, the backing of God. So ladies and gentlemen, let's do better. Each one help one. Share my videos, let me hear from you, and have a beautiful week.